In June 2001, Brighton and Hove Albion ladies football team travelled to Burkina Faso to play Etalon, their national women's team.
So why would they come and play football in Warga?
Just to interact with the other players, share their experiences, share our experiences with them.
With heat, I mean.
Yeah, it took we're not used to it.
Did you?
It was so hot.
It's
Absolutely.
terrible. I mean, I can't even ride a bike. I mean.
But the thing is, with the adrenaline, it just it's pumping through us. And
did you play during the daytime?
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
Oh my.
I was so happy, when I heard that a team coming from England, coming to play them. Say, okay, I must come and join them and make some friendship. Yes.
Right, got another one. No, we really need to get out and warm up, see. So all those who need to do their hair, do them.
Hands not very steady.
God, I think I'm going to suffocate.
Oh, I'm having a bad head.
Oh no,
Just go and steam.
Let's go straight over, straight back.
We've got about 22 little girls we're going to take a football session for. And I'm not, so my coaches are. But I'm not sure where it is. My name's Nikki. Some of you may have seen me before. I'm the Football Development Officer for Kent. My job is to develop football opportunities for you girls. Introduce you to your coaches today. It's going to be Jan and Vicky.
Okay then, so we're going to have a light jog round then, everybody.
And the FA now are literally driving women's and girls football forward because it falls under equity, and they're looking to redress the balance because women's and girls football comes under minority representation.
My name's Tony Reeves, but everybody calls me Butch. I'm the manager. I pick the team, the tactics, the ball hit if they need one, which is not often because they're a very dedicated and disciplined set of girls.
My shed was all boiled. I've got the other half over there. Hello, nice to see you.
Emma.
Emma, hello.
Emma.
Another Emma?
Yeah.
Straight in, Brighton, let's go! Lots of in there.
I've done men for a lot of years. I'm quite well known in Sussex, in the football scene, And occasionally when I go to a game and they say, hello, what are you doing these days? And I say I'm doing Brighton Hove Albion ladies, and they look at me and then they won't sort of laugh, but they say, really? Why are you doing that then? Because I thoroughly enjoy it. Are they in leagues then? They've got no comprehension at all. What, they play in a proper league? They play proper. How long do they play? 90 minutes, the same as.
Half time then. Right, Albion 1,
It's hard sometimes. It's hard when you haven't started off right. Only you can do it. Nobody else can. I honestly feel if you get another goal, you'll probably get another 4. But you've got to get the other goal. And all the while it's 1-1, they've got a chance of beating you. Simple as that.
We're out, guys, yeah?
Come on, let's do
Let's
it.
start talking, it's so quiet, we've got to help each other out. Encouragement, all of us, me included.
Give me a B! B! Give me an R! R! Give me an I! I! Give me a J! J! Give me an I! I! Give me a J! J! Give me an O! O! Give me an N! N! What's the spell?
Right, well, I'd like to see it before she goes.
Let's pick up Reds!
How you doing, mate?
What you want to do is you want to go out there and enjoy yourself as much as possible. Okay.
Derby captain Siobhan Melia, please. And followed by Brighton Hove Albion.
We'll do it anyway, you know.
Speak! I said to him,
Right, is that enough?
Nobody wanted to play that game tonight. Did we?
I was too focused on losing it.
We had won the cup 6 years in a row and felt it would have been better if another team had won it. We needed something more than winning cups for the team to look forward to. The trip to Burkina Faso inspired us.
Cheers, girls. Well done. Cheers, well done. Sing a bit louder next year, yeah? we didn't hear you.
And it's where the girls are going is one doctor per 34,000. I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? You know, that's poverty, really. You know, one of our players is Doc, so I think we'll probably get her over there, put in a surgery, and invite 34,000 people to come and visit her, you know. I think it'll be a hell of a culture shock. We'll see.
Where's the year's going?
And just have a look to the special team tonight from Brighton.
We were the first team outside of Africa to visit Burkina Faso and didn't even realise that it was our country within Africa. I thought Africa was a country, so.
I've put it on already, thanks. Anyway, that's not my colour. It's tarty pink. One of the first players that we met at the hotel was Anna.
England is by yourself, and they have Holland, Spain, France, you know. It's an island by yourself. England? Yeah. Okay. Because someone told me, but I never believe it. So.
That's funny. In England, where I work. One of the key things I wanted to do while I was there was to visit a school and do some coaching with the school children. He's a good player, Stephen.
He's a very good player, Stephen Gerrard, yeah.
I'll bring you something back from... what team do you follow? You just like players or a team?
Yeah, I like Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the Brazilian players.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
One particular incident, we'd broken down and we went into a garage. So I started kicking this ball around in this filthy little courtyard surrounded by bits of cars and these lads that were just covered in oily rags, if you like. And I started kicking the ball up on my own. And they were amazed, and I started kicking the ball up on my own. So I spotted one guy, and he was a bit brave, so he came out. I said, "Come on, let's play together." And straight away, we were just doing keep-ups, and more and more people were coming around. And then I said, "Do you have a go?" And he must have done 67 keep-ups, and his toes were just, they were battered really, he had no shoes. And it was quite incredible. It's like the skill of this boy, little village kid, who's learning to be an apprentice mechanic, had this skill. Picked out 10 girls and 10 boys, age group about 10 years old, 10 to 12. We were surrounded by all these other village kids that are not as privileged as these kids, but they were allowed to come and watch. And I did some fun games with them. And once again, they didn't have any shoes on. I mean, these were privileged kids, and they still didn't have any shoes. But technically, because they don't wear shoes, they were brilliant. It was like the ball was glued to their foot. And for their age, their ability was so much higher than our kids back home.
Yeah, all right. Brilliant. Oh, goalkeeper. Come here. That there. Yeah, that's okay.
We wanted to visit a traditional African village to see the architecture and the way of life. So we decided to visit Dieppe in the south. Here we met Anatina.
I will study at school. I will study at Hove. Hove is a village near here. But I become pregnant and I return here in my village to take care of my baby. It is a boy and he have 2 years and a half now.
She had set up a women's group in the village.
Our association is an organization to fight against AIDS in the village and to fight against excision, which is a tradition here, but a very bad tradition. And so we try to organize together to go in the families, to talk with the families, to discuss with them, to tell them that excision is not good for the family. Voilà. We also need to promouvoir a sport for the women, volleyball or football in the village. Voilà. It is our action here. Anatina is my name, Libabatu.
Excision or female circumcision is a harmful traditional practice now illegal in Burkina Faso.
That's great.
Like my job at home, which is a paid profession, where I use the development of football opportunities to get the girls out of that different situations, whether it be drugs or whatever. Anatina does that same job, if you like, to give them a sense of value and worth and raise their confidence and self-esteem.
Son is sick, he have malaria. Yeah. And now he's better and he's playing football now.
My name's Karen and I'm a school teacher and I play as a defender in the team. Sorry. I expect to see very much a sort of community spirit there. From the brief comments that I've heard, I'm expecting it to be a very close-knit community that are all working together, working as a team. Bad pass.
All you guys are.
Come on then, we'll take you on.
I bet we beat you.
Bernard, Siobhan, pleased to meet you.
Thank you.
Natalie, you live in Tivoli?
Yeah.
Nice. What the team name? The football team name is Limoro Lama. It is in the local language, Limoro Lama. What does that mean? It means together is good. Together is good.
Are they coming? Are we going to meet up with them afterwards?
This is a family, a very big family. In this family live more than 100 persons. Voila.
We're playing one match. Yeah, on Wednesday, just one match. Yeah, in Ouagadougou. Yeah, just there. This weather, yeah, it's too hot.
It can be good to play this year in Chile.
Yeah. Oh, right here. Yeah.
We have two club of girls.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we met them. Yeah. We have to come back and do that.
Come back. No. You come back. Someone else coming, which is me.
Everybody smile.
Quite scary actually.
They're not holding your feet.
Everybody.
How many?
Come here, everyone.
Anybody?
No, come here.
They've got kid face.
6 or 7. How many's up there?
6. 7.
It's not very nice coming up.
Oh, I forgot the camera.
If you went into the mother's kitchen, they have pots that signifies how healthy their village are, and that's what they were proud of. It wasn't the fact that they had a stereo system in the corner, which they certainly clearly didn't.
It was very difficult when we were leaving the village because we had gifts for all the children. But unfortunately a lot of the older children, the sort of teenagers and young men, snatched them out of the youngsters' hands, which was really upsetting to see.
Scuffle, man. I thought, yeah, you should have seen the other one with Emma and Lisa. It was just totally mad.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was it you were giving out?
Pens and paper, like pads of paper.
Right.
And then the postcards, the England postcards, and then the players.
That woman was about to die, wasn't she? She wanted it so badly, and that guy wouldn't let her have it.
Oh, one of them got one of your pads, and then one of the blokes nicked it off her, and she was
I know, they were. It's really bad.
It was so bad. I tell you what, Nikki was absolutely fantastic.
I got that.
It would have been nice to stay there for a few more hours and just to try and get to know them a little better and what conditions they actually have to live in.
We're organising a football team. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Dénommé? Oh, that's the name of it. Association Sportive.
They want money, I think.
We love the sport.
Before we left home, someone mentioned that Nike and other sporting manufacturers take advantage of people in developing countries.
If you've got a ball, you can have a kickabout.
Where is there any way to do it?
We've got some water.
When we're in the evening sitting over dinner, we started to have a discussion about this issue surrounding who makes Nike. And we all said that we're just going to whip our stuff off, you know, we're not going to be wearing it anymore.
My name is Emily. My team is Siren.
Since 1996 there's been competitive women's football in Burkina Faso. 3 matches were played in the week before our match and over 60 women competed from all over the country to be in the squad.
I hope to go one day in England with my soccer team. It will be very easy for me to learn English, to speak English.
Okay, I'm a Liberian by nationality, and I was small and I started to play football and I left from my country because my country have war fighting. We are fighting war, so I left from my country and I traveled to Ivory Coast. I traveled to Ghana, to many African countries, and I started playing football when I was a little child, 7 years old. I started playing, and up to this time, I'm still playing football. Yeah. And when I came here, took me. First lady took me in her team, and she took me as a child, you know, and. From now to, let's say, Wednesday or Tuesday, I will be playing for their team. I'll be playing for Burkina Faso.
Are you coming to watch? You'll be there. Good.
I am down here.
Too nervous to speak.
Love the nose.
Thank you.
Love it.
I go to this shop tomorrow.
Me, stade, tout à l'heure. Ouais. Tout à l'heure.
Bonjour. I don't know. Bonjour. I think he said we're not going to score any goals.
We're going to sing?
Yeah, I can sing. Champions, champions, ole, ole, ole. Champions, champions, ole, ole, ole.
We're not be singing out the way back, but...
Brighton girls. Show them in the middle. With a bag.
We invited Anatina to the match with us.
What games did you watch there? What games have you seen there? Is it the national team you've seen play?
Yeah.
Yeah, the national team.
And the champion.
Oh, okay.
Good old Sussex by the sea.
I don't know that.
And we're going up to win the cup for Sussex by the sea.
All together now.
Right, save all your energy now.
It's got 10 bottles in it.
Well, in few minutes is a match, a big match between Brighton and Hove, Ladies Football Club, and Burkina Faso. We want to win.
Okay, we just coming. Thanks to work like that.
Yeah. And are you excited?
Yeah, so much.
I have not choose. I have just obtained to pay choose for the players. They try.
I mean, we all have our pre-match warm-ups or our pre-match preparation. The thought that this player just breastfed her child and then is going to go out and play a 90-minute match. The thought of her chesting a ball or going into a challenge, the inner strength of these players.
His father also played football. His father.
You know, the most we had was a little kid on the sidelines screaming for the mum.
for the two teams. What's that feel? I never see the team prepared for the match.
We made Nikki captain for her last match with the team.
Just say yes.
You right, we'll get together.
Let's go, girls!
Show yourself, good luck.
Can't believe the time.
Can play good like the two teams today, but I think in the picture maybe in two years they will be always ready to make the match like this match today.
Every time the ball goes over, they bring him back on again. No, we can't. It's so exciting. They can understand. Now, can we go back on? Me and Nat want to go back on.
Yeah. Yeah,
corner.
I don't think it'll be that bad if the sun stays in. I mean, it'll be bad enough, but no. I know.
By half-time we were exhausted and bruised. At the end of the match, there were 5 penalty kicks for both teams.
It was a draw actually, because it just felt nicer for them and for us and for the crowds that nobody won really.
Press it really hard.
Although we don't like losing, so a draw is the next best thing. It was just unbelievable to be here and to witness all of this and the enthusiasm, and I don't know, it's kind of overwhelming. I think later today we'll kind of sit down and reflect and think it's just unbelievable. Now I'm here. The drums were fantastic. It's like being at the World Cup. Drums all the way through the game.
I afraid, but before to start, I afraid. I think I thought that English women was very strong. Was very strong, and after I see that it wasn't very difficult than I thought.
The captain, I speak to her. Yeah, she told me that when she leaves, go back, she will see the federation football, and she will see what she can do. If it is to help me, she will help. Yeah. So,
Oh, Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki.
Initially, it was to try and raise awareness for women in sport through this game of football. So as the week folded out, I realised that there was other areas that are more significant and certainly more important than a game of football. The benefits to the community by us being there, not in a material sense, but the fact that we took interest and that we were going to continue these relations and we made partnerships was the biggest thing for me. Coming home, the game fades into significance really, it's gone, it's a memory.